Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of this 5 days of active recovery. Today we have a lower body, so you don't need any equipment. But before that, I would like to mention to make sure to subscribe or like or comment if you like this video or what you think. And then also make sure to check out my Instagram at Empowered Self Studio and TikTok, and subscribe for more free content. We're going to be launching day 3 and day 4 and day 5 this upcoming days, so you don't want to miss out. Also, I'm going to be launching a course called Move and Restore Vitality, and it's coming on March 1st. So in these routines, especially today's more a general focus, a lot of simpler movements for that lower body. In my course, we deep dive into our ankles, knees, and hips for the lower body and really give you all of the movements that you possibly need to really make sure those joints are really mobile and you can recover after any workout, or also if you're recovering from an injury. This will be a great course. So all of these things in this course are really going to help release tension in the body, gain mobility, help you better perform at your favorite activities. So I'm so excited for you to check it out later. Okay, let's start on your mat and just have your feet about hip-width distance apart. And you can rest your hands on your hips if you'd like. We're just going to get into some calf raises. So lifting up and lowering, lifting up onto those toes and lowering. So calf raises are very simple, but really great for that ankle mobility. If you struggle to get all the way up on your toes, then it's just something to work on that full balance and working all those muscles of the feet. It's also beneficial if you are barefoot. You can do this routine with shoes, but you will get more benefit being barefoot or in socks. Last 2 and last 1. Good. And the next exercise, we're going to get into good morning. So you're going to place your hands behind your head, and then you're going to just hinge at your hips here, and then pushing your butt back, and then find that stretch behind the back of the leg. So I can show you from the side. So see how I hinge at my hips, and then the knees are slightly bent, and then coming all the way back up. So moving really slowly here. We're not trying to work out right now. We're working on that mobility, that form to prepare us for our workout routines. Good, we have 2 more. And last one. Great. All right, now we're gonna get into some body weight squats. So you're just gonna reach your arms forward, find a comfortable place with those feet, and then move into some body weight squats. So those arms forward are going to help. Just make sure you're not kind of cheating here. And you want to really focus in on how your body's feeling. And notice if your knees are going out, your hips are feeling a little bit uncomfortable, if one's hiking, if one's lower. So really slowing down our squat is a great way to really bring awareness to our body and notice if we have any sort of imbalances going on. And so just keep working through this. Also, I would like to mention, if you do my Move and Restore Vitality program, then you'll notice that your squats will be a lot more comfortable. You'll notice more range of motion and more ease within those joints. So a lot of your squat range of motion comes from your ankle, knees, and hip mobility. Good. And so now, if you feel comfortable, you can either continue with those squats, or you can make your way into a deep squat here. And you can place your hands down if you'd like, or just keep them down with your hands in front of you and to the center. We're just gonna hold, and you can rock side to side with those ankles, getting some ankle mobility, movement here. Just flexing a little bit more on each ankle. And if it's uncomfortable, so you can also be in a higher up squat and hold and just practice moving side to side, or just move back into those body weight squats. So if you're down here, now you can take one deep breath in and exhale, and then plant those hands and slowly start to bend those knees and extend those hips up, holding over those hands. Find a hamstring stretch here. Good. And then you're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. So you can come and face towards the top of your mat. You're gonna just come down to your knees, and you're going to extend one leg forward, and then plant both hands on the inside of your foot. You're going to heel toe that foot out of it, and then you're finding your lizard lunge position. So find the stretch here. Should really open up those hips. I'm just gonna hold right here. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Relaxing deep into the stretch. Another deep breath in and exhale. Good. Okay, you can heel toe that foot back in, and then you're going to have your hands on either side of your foot, and then you're gonna come up into a kneeling position. So now you're in this deep little lunge here, and then you're going to extend your leg and come back up into a hamstring stretch. So you're gonna hinge at your hips, folding over your leg, bringing that toe up, and then moving into that hip stretch. So moving back and forth from that hip stretch to that hamstring stretch. Good. Do two more. And last one. Good, and then bring that knee back in. You're gonna switch out to the other side. So bringing that foot forward, plant that hand on the inside of that foot, heel toe that foot out, find that lizard stretch. So taking a deep breath in and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And try not to force too much into this stretch. It should be relaxing. Good. And then heel toe your foot back in, and then come up into that lunge, and then push back and find that hamstring stretch. So moving back from that hip stretch to that hamstring stretch. I'm gonna flow through each movement. Make sure you're hinging at the hips. Good. And then bring that leg back in. Okay, now we're gonna plant your hands down and we're gonna move into a downward dog. So in this downward dog, you're going to come up onto your toes and lower back down. And come back up and lower. Last two. And last one. Good, now you're gonna extend your left leg up, lower it down, extend the right leg up, and lower it down. So you're up on your toes, lifting one leg up and the other. Good. So you're almost in this pike, and then you're lifting one leg and the other. Good. Last one on each side. Good. And then you're gonna cross one leg over the other and find a bit of a calf stretch. Stretching out that calf. And you can come up onto the toes and lower back down. Come back up and lower back down. Good job. Last one. Okay, switch those feet out. Cross one foot over the other. Come up onto your toes and lower down, finding that calf stretch. And play with coming up and down with those toes and holding that calf stretch. Good. Keep going. And then find your downward dog one more time, stretching out, and then slowly bend your knees down. We're gonna come into a seated position, into a 90-90. So you're in this 90-90 with those legs. So we'll start with basically just finding this position and notice if your knees are up, if they're close down onto the mat, like this knee is lifted on this hip right now, and see just how comfortable do you feel in this position. You can sit here and then that's all you want to do, or you can place your hands back behind you and then you can rotate those legs side to side. So you're initiating that movement with that back leg, and then you're going to do that 90-90, find that rotation. So the next added challenge is you're going to release your hands and then continue on with that movement. So the main focus is to lift with that back leg and then rotate and then back. Good. So we're working on that hip mobility. You might find yourself moving a little bit. Good. And then once you're over to one side, you're going to hinge at your hips and then stretch over your leg. So you're hinging, and then you can place your hands down on the ground just to support yourself. And you're finding a stretch. Then you can move up and back down. Moving down into it, and then come back up and relax. Moving down and coming back up. Good. Last two. And last one. Good, and then rotate those hips to the other side. We're gonna do the same thing. So you're going to hinge at that hip and find a stretch over that leg. Making sure you can see me pretty well. So lowering down over, you can hold the stretch for a moment, and then coming back up. Good. So you want to make sure that back leg is on the mat. You want to try to make sure this knee is down too, this front knee. Good, and then come back up. Great, and you can come up into a seated or kneeling position. You guys are all done with day 2, so stay tuned for day 3 tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and check it out. Thanks, bye.